I've just stepped out of Milton Keynes Central Station. I'm walking towards the Midsummer Centre now. I'm going to stop off at Sagar's first, drop some stuff off, and then I'm here for it's the yearly memorial of the nuclear bombs in Japan being dropped. There'll be a lantern procession, and I'll put the lanterns out into Willen Lake. I photographed this last year, but it wasn't my best work. I didn't think to bring flash, and the event happened much later than I expected, which left me with not really particularly usable images at that time. But I've come a bit better prepared this time, and we'll see how that works out. The weather seems pretty promising. I'm hoping it stays light until late so that we've got workable light and I won't have to use the flash as much. And then tomorrow we're expecting pretty high winds, which will make it difficult. Last year I volunteered to row out in the boat and collect the residue of the lanterns, and I'll probably do the same this year, but if it's too windy it might be too dangerous to do, so we'll have to see about that. But as long as the weather holds today, I think I'll get some good photographs later with the lanterns. It was one of my first videos last year using the GoPro to record something, and having a year pass and to be able to see how far I've come in terms of making this kind of video, especially as I recently started doing this kind of talking head piece to camera aspect. So hopefully this video is something interesting. Yeah, I just met up with Sagar and I've got a stack of zines that I printed the other day from the last time I was here, when we documented the 45th anniversary of the Peace Pagoda, where we'll be later. We're going to drop some of these zines off there for the people who live at the temple, see what they say. We're hoping that they'll invite us to stay with them to do a bit of a longer term documentation about actually living in a monastery, which is, I believe, fairly rare for this country. So that'll be a nice project if we're able to swing it. What do you think of the zine?
Yeah, it's good. I think they'll be very happy.
I hope so. Just making sure that the F2 is fully broken before we use it later. What have you done? Which part was catching?
Something to do with this. Or this. Yeah.
Is it working now though?
Yeah, it is working now.
Just had dinner and gonna head now, being chauffeur driven by Sagar's dad, and make our way down to the pagoda, to the monastery, drop off the zines, and I might get in the lake early just to see how it is. I know that sounds weird, but it's nice to see how an environment is before working in it photographically. The light's pretty decent. I'm really hoping it maintains, but last time we started late, and if it's a late start now, I think the light will go, which will make flash essential, but I'm hoping to only have to use flash half the time. In the temple currently, and it's been nicely set up where the lanterns were made, like this one.
Namo myo renge kyo, Namo myo renge kyo, Namo myo renge kyo.
Going to take photos today?
I will be,
of
yes.
the event?
Yes.
Is there any way how to get them later?
The problem is, if I send photos with email, no attachments. It's a Buddhist joke.
I know, I got it.
Okay. I filmed some of my video I did for Ilford here. I should have worn the full white robe. It would have been a better effect. I wonder if the sunflowers will have been from this morning. It is very shallow.
means we can go out deeper.
Yeah, I'll hopefully go out to beyond, not beyond the sticks.
You can. I've been there.
Oh, you've been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
But that's your risk tolerance. I'm probably not going to go past the sticks, but I'll still do what I can. Last year I was in this reed bed working from there, but I'm happy with the waders to be able to go out into it. It's nice to see people starting to arrive, trekking up over the hill. These are the lanterns that will be brought over in the procession.
I am sitting with Vanda. Okay. I just need the name for the Baha representative because the lady is originally.
Latifah is not coming, and
Yes.
it's Smyrna instead. I've got it already in my throat.
Okay. Shall I
They will be performing ceremonies and making speeches until the lantern procession time, which I think will be fairly dark. Last time it was dark enough that my attempt at a video didn't really come out, but this time we'll see, because I'll be going out into the water and maybe there will be a different perspective from that angle. Because of that, my considerations are making sure that I've got enough film handy that if I need to change my roles while in the water, I'm not kind of fumbling around or potentially dropping anything. And then on top of that, making sure that I've made the right decision for my lens. I've got my 45 and my 21mm, and I have a feeling that 21mm is going to be it for this situation, but I know that if I need to change it over again, there's that risk of fumbling, there's that risk of dropping it. I also don't want to be changing my rolls of film during any super important moment, but I know the rough order of things as it's going to play out, so there shouldn't really be that potential. I'm 8 frames into this roll. I don't think I'll finish it anytime soon while we're here on land, and I'll probably stay on this roll until I'm out in the water, and I'll be changing out there. 200 ISO, I think it's Fomapan, and then I'll be switching to Kentmere 200, and I know it's not 400. I did look, but I don't have any 400 rolls currently on hand, so I'm just going to stick with 200 and work with that.
Oh, can we take a picture of you?
You want to take a picture of me?
No, with you.
With me?
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. You just look famous.
That's very kind. I promise I'm not famous. You're doing HP5 at 1600.
Dried up like a potsherd.
Prepping to make sure that
And my
the
tongue
essentials
sticks
are
to my
accessible
jaws
in the water as well.
and lay me
Doesn't want to be
in the
fumbling.
dust of death.
Yeah.
The dogs are all around.
Everything
me.
ready.
A company of evil.
Please never happen again. I know I raised my voice there, but never happen again. You always hear of the British saying, let's have a cup of tea together. A conversation can make a massive difference.
Are droning in the flowers among the trees,
You're actually late.
and the sun burns in the sky.
What time was I supposed to be here?
Now
I've
the
actually been here a
sun
while.
is in.
So it It is darker than I hoped it would be. People have been given the instruction to pick up the lanterns and bring them down. I'm probably going to go in the water first. Luckily there's a couple of other people who have volunteered to be in the water to take the lanterns. There was a moment where it might have just been me and Sagar doing the actual work of putting the lanterns out, but luckily other people have stepped up, which is good. We'll probably still help with a few, but it's nice that we won't be doing all the work. So I'm just approaching now the water and I'll step in. Hopefully it's not too cold, but that's what the waders are for. The tide's actually quite far out, so it's nice and shallow for a bit, but for the to actually distribute them, it'll be further out. Sorry, yeah, do you think? That's all right. Now the water's not too bad. Currently up to my ankles. I'm worried if there's going to be like a steep drop off. I'm watching out for that. But so far, it's not too bad, and it's fairly flat. Not the worst to walk on. There is a smell to it. And the first lanterns are just arriving with us now here at the base. Saga stayed up to be with the procession and photograph as they wander along. But I photographed enough processions to not have the energy for that. I was just looking to get into the water as soon as possible.
Thank you. You're do there? Really? Oh.
There's just enough light where I'm able to work with flash as is. Here's the rest of it. The Sagas are managed to arrive as well. Really is quite shallow. I'm only up to my ankles at this point. It's very peaceful to be out here. flash at 15th of a second, which will hopefully give me some nice ambience with the water, and the flash will freeze the motion as the lanterns go out. I'm going to head back to shore, let Sagar have a turn out in the technically deeper area, but as you can see it's not super deep, just up to ankle level. Last year we did it was up to knees, I think. Thank you. Because I have my flash on, but no viewfinder for the 21mm, I'm composing more or less by imagination and hoping that it will come out. It's wide enough that if I'm able to get a rough composition going in the frame, it'll be in there. And yeah, more or less hoping for the best with this. And check in with him. Reloading?
Yeah, I'm struggling.
I can see that.
Night vision is not good. Made it. I'm in.
Nice. The mud is difficult and it also feels like the tide is coming in somewhat. It's deeper than it was earlier. Sagar's got the right idea in heading back to the shallows. I've just swapped out to the 45mm or 50mm I call it, and I'll see what I can get with that. Anything different. The one-stop aperture difference is nice, especially with flash. I'm not sure if it'll quite reach the main guy who... It's interesting with events like this, you tend to sort of, if there's one central character, then he becomes the main character of the work. But I didn't come here to photograph this man. It just so happens that he is the main volunteer putting the lanterns out. So he's going to end up in all of my photographs, whether he likes it or not. But I think he does like it. He was quite lovely about it earlier. I'll have to use the lanterns to lock focus and hope that this from my composition is what I need it to be.
The wing is
That was a waste of film. I'll switch to using flash again. Oh, Sagar's made it back here. Yeah, I didn't account for the shutter speed that was trying to be, but wind's carrying them quite nicely. That was my last frame on this roll, and I'll do a film reload now. You can see that they're sort of drifting to the side here, and tomorrow I'll be coming out on a boat with Sagar to collect them in, so we'll be volunteering, but also it's a nice situation to photograph. And the lanterns are quite nice, giving ambience, but also allowing me something to use for focusing. Anything else would just be dark against dark. I think it'll be probably too dark at this point for GoPro, but I'll keep on photographing, and I'll do another smash cut after this, probably to tomorrow. It's tomorrow morning, and just preparing equipment for heading out on the boat later on. We're going to be heading down to the water's edge where we were yesterday, having a sense of where the lanterns have ended up so that we know where to row out to collect them in, so there's no environmental impact of having them out there. At this point they'll mostly have collapsed in on themselves. Often the candle will have burnt around the edges, the designs, so we end up with just the wooden sort of plates, the base plates that they were floating on. So we'll collect those in, and it's nice to just be rowing out on the water and helping out with other temple stuff and making any photos that we're able to in that time. I've just got in the back of the trailer with the boat. It's a different boat than last year. It's a much smaller and somewhat less safe looking boat, but I'll still do my best to row it with what I can. The wind hasn't picked up too much yet, which means I'm hoping that it stays gentle and we can get as much done as possible. But with the size of the boat, I don't think we'll be able to fit too many of the lanterns in. We'll have to do multiple trips. But it's still a lovely way to spend the morning. How are you doing over there? You good? Are you holding on to what? The boat?
Waiting for this tree. Oh, maybe slowing down. 3, 2, 1. Is that right?
And you've worn a vest before. Cutter.
You two illegal immigrants.
Illegal.
Arriving at Dover.
Listen,
The amount of small
Dover is far away.
you can
Dover
make.
is far away. It is a lovely small boat.
Yeah.
I like that it's big. In my head, it's the same type of bick as the biro.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay.
We've got the boat set up, but they only gave us 2 life jackets, so it's looking like it's just going to be me and Sagar in the boat. So we got as much of this as possible, and then we'll delegate to the next lot of people who are doing it. I'll get in now.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
See you.
Sagar, you want to lower your centre of gravity immediately, and then get on the chair.
The boat is so tiny.
It is a pretty tiny boat. I don't think
We've got 2 there.
we're not going to go for those yet. We're going to go for the
big
ones. Yeah, the big clump. We're heading towards that island we saw the other day.
Yeah. The boat is so tiny.
It is a pretty tiny boat.
Oh, we've got 2 there. So you want to go to your left.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't feel like the safest boat.
I'm going to keep an eye out for shallow parts as well, because the lake is way more shallow than usual. I don't know if there's enough rainfall or what. But there are some patches which are protruding, look darker than usual. This is and they're all by the edge of the water as well. 3, 2, 1. Oh. 400 feet. 3, 2, 1. Very nice.
Yeah, this is much harder to navigate. 1.
At least we got some cranes back.
What do you reckon? You said this was your first time rowing.
It's not easy.
No.
You're fighting against wind, weeds, in a small boat.
Small boat, you say?
Yeah. How many times can you make that joke?
This is your first time out on Willen Lake as well. So as a Milton Keynes resident, that's a rare...
It's a rite of passage.
Is it?
Yeah, not many get the chance.
So it's not really a rite of passage then?
It's a left of passage.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And these ones are caught deep in the reed bed. They should have given us that rake earlier. They said they were building it. What have you seen?
A crane in the water.
You're not going to put the viewfinder to your eye?
No, I set the focus and then I tied the darkest part of the tide. It doesn't have a polarize. Alright, let's go.
You can take another. He's manipulating the scene.
Use your oar. Thank you. Okay, good. I'm going to stand up and push.
Yeah.
Can do, I'm going to try and bring this closer. Throw them, yeah? Yeah, no. Unless you want to. I'll throw it.
At the time we had this before,
Sure.
one oar was about that length, the other one was about that length,
Yeah.
and he was out there.
Going round and round in circles.
Yeah.
I thought any minute he was gonna just took the oars away and just go. I was fucking, this is fucking stupid. I was going,
Is it?
no. Why don't you fucking sort the boat out properly rather than moaning about cutting the fucking crusts off the mare's fucking sandwiches? And then you went and said that to Angie.
Yeah. She does tend to expect me.
I mean, that's the nature of religion.
Especially if they want on me a hoodie.
Yeah. It's because they're used to such hard-working volunteers that they actually get the miracles. Fingers.
Look at that.
Is he? So it's a taped to a, what is the
It's like
stick?
something from a survival game. Like, you know, you got a
I said to Louise I'd go on Dragon's Den with it.
Yeah.
Just walking now with the trailer with the boat in it. Called it a day for us, but they might go out again later in the afternoon. But for a morning shift, hasn't been the worst. And now just going back into the monastery for some tea.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just a picture of the shrine, or what did you say?
So this is at the bottom. I want the clock. This is at the center, the book, and then the shrine.
That is really nice light.
I'm just going to get focus on your eyes. Okay, 3, 2, 1. And then if you sit cross-legged, I'm going to face you.
You're asking a lot of him, you know.
Sorry. A bit closer to. Yeah, that's really nice. That's the one. Oh, that's lovely.
If you stay like that after he's done, I'll take a better one. Yeah, he's just done the washing up after lunch, and out there they are washing the boat so that it can be returned to, I think it's the Lakes Trust, did you say?
Parks Trust.
Parks Trust.
In previous years, we've had a much larger boat, much more comfortable, 3-person job. This year they've given us a smaller boat, and the water is way more shallower than usual, and we've got strong wind and strong tides. We did the best we could, about 30 lantern bases.
More than that.
Thereabouts, and then we had to call it quits because we were getting stuck in the reeds and fighting against the wind. So
You said you're coming back on Wednesday though?
Yeah, so next week, if we can confirm a bigger boat, then I'll come back.
They were walking through London with Grugy in the wheelchair, and they saw one of these bells in the antique shop, and Grugy pointed to the bell. They went in, haggled a bit, got it, and he out the wheelchair, put the guy in the wheelchair, and he was hobbling back.
Oh, way. Wow.
This is a very old one.
The one in Grugy's room is older.
What are you looking for on the drum?
I like these strike marks here, always in the same place. It's like the repetition of it and the wearing away against all of this calligraphy in a circle. I think it's very interesting, powerful symbolism.
Just heading away now from the monastery. Spent some time in there, which was really nice. Really nice people who are kind of the consistent devotees and advocates of the temple, doing the different works that are required, maintaining the building. And Sagar just photographed a lovely cone which has shrine-like qualities to it, because it doesn't feel out of place here.
It's reminiscent of the spirit tree up there, the memory tree of attachments and flowing in the wind, and the message you write on gets passed in the wind. I was like, it's so similar. It's so mundane as well, so detached.
So you're leaving a message on the shrine cone.
Yes.
What are you trying to write?
Namu Myoho Renge.
What if the council comes after you for graffiti?
It's not graffiti, it's a mantra.
That's what they all say.
That's my message.